Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, and great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening to the show. And Lord knows whatever you may be doing. And that's okay. Stuart Tomc will be my guest today. He'll be along in a little while. Talk with him. I've known Stuart for 10 years, and he's been a regular guest on the show that whole time. So he's a pretty animated individual, pretty passionate about what he's doing. We're going to be talking about something that's been trending in the world of medicine, both natural and traditional, and that is the use of cannabidiol. And it's been being now used for a number of different things, everything from inflammation to pain to brain injuries. It's quite remarkable. And the compound is derived from hemp. In this case, he works for CV Sciences out of Las Vegas. And I'll see where he wants to take this today. I have some ideas about where he wants to go. But I am going to ask him if he can spend a moment talking about brain injuries. A pal of mine at the gym was in a serious car accident, and they did brain surgery and is having a difficult time from time to time with sleep. You know, all the things, anxiety and whatnot. Serious business. And I'm going to ask Stuart if he'll take a moment to talk about where the state of the art is with this right now. I got a call already. Okay. I was going to tell you about a new Gallup poll, but let me take the call and see what's on David's mind. David, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. I'll take your call right away.
Yes, I got this MCT oil I see advertised. It's supposed to be, it was on Dr. Oz, eat this, good for your brain, help your appetite,
yeah,
this and that.
Medium chain triglycerides?
Yeah.
MCT oil?
Yeah, that was number one on his list, and right below it was coconut oil, and then I've come to find out the ones in the others. One stronger than the other?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know what's in the MCT oil product. What they're
usually it's coconut oil and palm oil.
Okay,
that was my question. How are they label them different? Is one like a higher concentration of coconut oil, or like an extract or something? I
don't know. You have to see what's on the bottle, what they're doing. You know how they're manufacturing it. What's ultimately put into the bottle. I mean, that's what you have to look to see. Did you buy both or one or the other? What?
I haven't bought any yet. I just wanted to know why, if they put if you go to the health food store, it'll say coconut oil, right below it'll say MCT.
Right.
Or you go to the same store, look on another shelf, it'll say MCT, and then you look at the ingredients, it'll say coconut oil. They're both separate. I figure one might be a concentrated version of the other.
Well, coconut oil is what it is. Coconut oil. I mean, the MCT oil may be a higher concentration because they've if it's an extract, they've extracted everything else, and it's just the medium chain triglycerides, the MCT.
Might be better then.
You see what I'm saying? Well, some would say maybe not so much. Context is everything. That one could make the argument that you want to get those compounds in the context, in the entire nutritional context. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rather than the extract.
The whole thing.
So, you got MCT oil, coconut oil. Coconut oil is natural. You have MCT oil that is not an oil that's necessarily found in nature, but it's manufactured. They use machines to separate the medium chain fatty acids from the rest of the oil. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
like an extraction.
Yes. So it just depends on what your point of view is. I don't do much with coconut oil, quite honestly. I should cook with it. I found a product, I think it's Jarrow Formula's coconut oil, where everything you make doesn't taste like coconut.
Have you heard this new thing out now? It's in March's Prevention magazine. It's not a supplement. It's called resistant starch, where, for instance, if you have a baked potato, and they can make products out of it now, too. Regular products, not diet. They'll cook it, cool it, and then then your body doesn't absorb the starch in it.
It's a starch blocker. It's like... Well, it's
not the kidney bean. It's a regular food. Like you take a baked potato and you cook it, or two ways you do it. You slowly cook it, or you cook it and freeze it, and then when you eat it, the starch turns into resistant starch. It's in March. It's this month's magazine of Prevention, page 90. It's a whole thing about it. It's like a whole new industry coming.
All right, I'll have to look. I'll have to see now what they're doing with the potatoes. By the way, isn't that funny that you mentioned potatoes? I saw a study this morning where the potatoes that are grown now are very low in calcium. Right? Turns out these researchers went to Africa or someplace and found wild potatoes, and the potatoes are wild with calcium. So we bred out the calcium in our potato crop. These wild potatoes are rich in calcium. I said, what? Yeah.
Well, it isn't just potatoes. It says if you cook rice and you let it cool, it knocks the calories half off.
Okay, I'll have to look and see what this is all about. I honestly don't know. I'll have to check.
Yeah, it was on Oz too. Like that doesn't prove anything, but it was on Oz.
No, I like Dr. Oz. I know that he came under some criticism. Dr. Oz does a good job. All in all, he's done a lot to promote. At least he gets people thinking about things, talking about things, and doing things. That's more than most.
The wizard I thought he was.
Well, he's a human being. But let me tell you, he is one of the most published physicians. This guy is the real deal. Make no mistake about it. He knows what he's doing, and he's has commercial success. It's very difficult to do what he's doing and stay legitimate and not lose your way. So I give him a lot of props. I like him.
I like him.
All right, David. Take care of yourself, buddy. Nice to hear from you. Take care. Okay, so Gallup, I'm always paying attention to Gallup surveys, came out with a new survey. And this is sort of like an update on the obesity epidemic. They said that the obesity epidemic climbed to a record high in 2015. In 2000, now these are their numbers, and I sort of disagree with them, but let me just tell you what they found in their survey. In 2008, the obesity epidemic among adults was 25.5%. In 2015, it went up 3 points. It's now 28%, 2.5 points. Diabetes rate was 11.4% in 2015. That matches an all-time high. And so this business of the obesity epidemic abating and flattening out, I don't know about that. Now, I can tell you, I went and I checked, and I trust Cynthia and Margaret. Oh my producer's showing. Oh geez, where'd you find that image? That is unbelievable. If you're watching the show, let's talk. Show that image again. If you're watching the show, U.S. obesity rate hits a record high in 2015, and they have.
That's the Gallup survey article.
Yeah, I guess those were 4 respondents in the survey. Oh my. Cynthia and Margaret. I'm referring to Dr. Oz and Dr. Carol. They work for the National Center for Health Statistics, Centers for Disease Control, and some other government outfits. I'll tell you what their numbers are, and we'll talk to Stuart, too.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Sort of giving you an update on the overweight or on the obesity epidemic. Gallup's new survey, in my opinion, has it way underestimated. The results are still not good. They certainly show a 2.5 point increase since 2008. They have it now at 28%. I think that they're good, but those numbers are soft. I'm looking at the data from National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, NHANES, and I've followed Cynthia Ogden, Dr. Ogden and her colleagues for a number of years now, and they do the studies. And according to them, more than 2 in 3 adults are considered to be overweight or obese. More than 1 in 3 adults are obese. More than 1 in 20 are registered as having extreme obesity. About 1/3 of children and adolescents ages 6 to 19 are considered to be overweight or obese. And more than 1 in 6 children and adolescent ages 6 to 19 are considered to be obese. The first statistics, about 1/3 are overweight or obese, and about 1 in 6 are obese in terms of children and adolescents. And looking at the NHANES numbers, 74% of men are overweight or obese. You heard me. Women, 64% are overweight or obese. You average them together, it's better than 2/3. There are over 300 million people in the country, 305, 310, whatever. You got almost 75% of men are overweight or obese. I don't know. Since the 60s or 80s, obesity has tripled or quadrupled. It's certainly not evolution. It's the way we're eating and the way we're living. Now, I'll say it one more time. Dieting is not the answer to losing weight. Dieting is not the answer. It's a surefire way to fail. If you think that you're going to go on some weight loss diet and achieve long-term success, I'm telling you, you have better chance going to Vegas, where my guest is today, where he lives, and head for a casino and go play some blackjack or poker. You have about the same odds. And usually people lose at the casino. So I'm just saying, those are the numbers. I wish I could say otherwise. I wish I could report otherwise. I can't. Dieting is not the answer. It's more complicated than that. And you have to look at a person's diet and their lifestyle and what's going on in their head. So if you take like a cognitive behavioral therapeutic approach, and some would accuse me of saying, well, you're going duck hunting with a tank. If you want to use cognitive behavioral therapy to try to help people lose weight, and you need a professional, psychologist or psychiatrist or some health professional certified in cognitive behavioral therapy to help the patient lose the weight. I understand that. But you can take cognitive behavioral therapy principles and apply them to everyday life. I'm not saying that all people that are obese are maladjusted, But I am saying there's something wrong with their relationship with food. And this gets very complicated when you start thinking about what's going on here. And let me try this. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a psychological approach, and what they're trying to do is help the person develop strategies to modify dysfunctional thinking patterns or cognitions and maladaptive emotions and behavior. In cognitive behavioral therapy, they look at the patient's thought patterns, emotions, and behaviors. You're going to say, well, not everybody's going to have maladaptive thinking, dysfunctional thinking when it comes to them being overweight or obese. I'm telling you that more often than not, there is some maladaptive thinking, and there is some maladaptive emotions and behaviors. Obviously, I'll give you one example. Had a conversation with a young woman the other day, been trying to lose weight for a long time. She reported to me that at one point had lost over 60 pounds. And then she put it all back on purpose. Why? You talk about maladaptive thinking. I'm not making this up. This is an actual conversation. She said to me, I'm paraphrasing, because I was tired of men hitting on me. She's an attractive woman. She lost the weight, and she has some peculiar ideas about losing the weight and relationships with men. You see how complicated this can get? That's maladjusted thinking here. And she put the weight back on. I'm not saying everybody is like, I'm saying, though, our relationship with food is not just what we like and dislike about the food. It's about how we've been conditioned with food and our relationship to food. It's complicated. That's why dieting by itself doesn't work. Stuart Tomc will be my desk. Talk to him right when we come back.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Welcome to the show if you just happened to come upon it. Glad you're here, there, and I'm glad to be here with you. My guest is Stuart Tomc. He is Vice President of Nutrition at CV Sciences, or some such title, or we're going to take over the world. Stuart, as I said, has been a friend and colleague, said a moment ago, a long time. And he now works for CV Sciences, and they're working with a compound called cannabidiol. It's an interesting compound. It's making the news both in traditional medicine and complementary, integrative, alternative, whatever. And a lot of interesting discussion surrounding the compound. Doctors are now including it more in their clinical practice. Dr. Michael Lewis, for example, and others. It's interesting. We'll see what the update is. Stuart, welcome to the show. Glad you could be on today. You haven't been on for a while. I know you've been busy traveling around the country or the world, for that matter, and we're glad to have you on today.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be back. Just a quick point of clarification. CV Sciences is formerly CannaVest. So for any of the listeners that are relatively new to your show, I know you're expanding your audience all the time. CV Sciences is our new name. Our company made an acquisition several months back, so we have expanded our outreach, if you will. I manage and run our consumer natural products division, but we are also pursuing an indication, an FDA-approved indication, for a use of cannabidiol as an alternative to a very, very risky pharmaceutical drug. So we are pursuing both an FDA-approved path, and at this point, Dr. Garko, our Plus CBD oil products are currently the most widely distributed national brand of hemp-derived CBD products in the marketplace today.
I'm not shocked by that.
500 health food stores. You can find our product line, the Vitamin Discount Center stores. There's several stores in Florida down there that carry the product, but across the country, 500 stores, 350 doctors' offices, and I wasn't able to be on the last several times because I was traveling, Doc, and I came back from a series of lectures in Hawaii that were really exciting.
Well, being in Hawaii is exciting enough as it is unto itself, and I'm glad. I want to talk about that with you. I promised one of my pals at the gym that I would get
I heard that section. I heard that.
Okay.
I come on at the top of the show.
He's a young man. He was in a bad car accident, an unfortunate, freaky car accident, and ended up having brain surgery. And he got a very prominent scar on. You can see it. I mean, it's serious business. And he has difficulty sleeping. You got depression, anxiety. All the classic symptoms that come with brain injury. I know Dr. Lewis has talked about that, but I wondered if you could just sort of make a comment or two about it. I know he said he's going to listen, and I'm trying to encourage him to consider the compound and to talk with his physician about it. So if you could make a few comments about it, I'd be grateful.
Absolutely. I think the best place to start, I would encourage everyone to look up the United States patent on cannabinoids. If you just type in United States patent cannabinoids or CBD, it was published back in 2003. It's public information. Everybody can see it. And it says very clearly in the abstract that cannabinoids are found to have limiting neurological damage following ischemic insults such as stroke and trauma. Now, that concept is that you can give cannabinoids according to the United States of America, the Department of Health and Human Services. They have a patent on giving CBD after a traumatic brain injury. Think about this. In the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and HIV dementia. So as a neuroprotectant, non-psychoactive cannabinoids such as CBD have been investigated since before 2003 at the highest level of the government. There's really something there to brain protection.
Dr. Lewis is, of course, who is, just share with the listener and with my friend who Dr. Lewis is.
Dr. Lewis is one of our medical advisors here at CV Sciences. But what makes him so unique is his military background. Colonel Dr. Michael Lewis is an MD, Master's in Public Health. He has an MBA. He's a West Point grad, Army Ranger, and he was at the Pentagon's Primary Care Flight Unit for 31 years. And he was really one of the first military docs to make the connection between traumatic brain injury and omega-3. So he's gone on and created a tremendous career around that. Traumatic brain injury, concussion, and omega-3. And now he's adding CBD in addition to things like hyperbaric oxygen, which he had been doing in brain imaging all along. So when you've got people like that, and Dr. Joseph Maroon, who works with the Pittsburgh Steelers, has shown some interest in doing a little bit of open label pilot studies with people using these compounds with concussions and traumatic brain injury. We still have a lot to learn, but these people are getting better, Doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Maroon is a brain surgeon, I should add.
Yeah, he's at the neurosurgery. He's at the Pittsburgh School of Medicine. That's where you grew up, right?
Exactly.
You're from Pittsburgh originally,
Yeah,
right?
and I like Dr. Maroon. Dr. Maroon's a real nice man, and guy is, he's one of those people that is not so impressed with himself. He'll talk to you, and he's got great credentials, and he's a brain surgeon. I mean, that's what he does, and I've had chances to speak with him on a number of occasions, and I know you know him quite well. So the CBD seems to be holding good promise then for people suffering from brain injuries. I know, for example, sleep. Does it help people sleep better?
Yeah, now that's one of the noted things, and the way that it works is dysregulation in your body's innate endogenous cannabinoid signaling system is what causes us to not get proper sleep. Dysregulation in that system is connected to dysregulation in circadian rhythm. All we're doing with CBD is balancing the system that balances you. So by balancing that endocannabinoid system, you get more restful sleep architecture, you actually deeply sleep, you wake up feeling refreshed. And so again, not because it's trying to just kind of mask any symptoms, but because it's balancing your endocannabinoid system. That's why it's unique.
Mm-hmm. And you have to give that website again. You wanted them. Why did you want the people to look at that patent?
Because the patent is from the United States government that says cannabinoids are found to have limiting neurological damage following ischemic insults such as stroke or trauma. If you want to see what the government says about this compound, you can look up the United States patent. It's 6,630,507B1.
Okay, we'll be back.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose corn syrup or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has berry garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin omega-3 and probiotics for kids, body boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, prenatal plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and body boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by a dad.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Stuart Tomc is my guest with CV Sciences. Has your title changed there now, too?
No, I'm the Vice President of Human Nutrition for our probably our product consumer division, but that hasn't happened yet, that separation.
Okay, gotcha. So you said you've been traveling and giving talks and whatnot, lectures. Where did you go?
I was at the Hawaii Doc Talks this was the first event that has been sort of a virtual event, and we were able to participate in the first big live event. And I'm sure you know the name Professor Jeff Bland. I know that's somebody that
Dr.
you and
Bland.
I are both big fans of. And if you don't know Dr. Jeff Bland, for all of us following and listening and learning about nutrition and wellness, he's in my top 5% of experts. I don't know what your feelings are.
Yeah, he's been around. He's been around for a long, long time. I think in the world of natural health, he's a prominent figure. I never thought about ranking him. I never thought about it.
But I mean, I've seen so many of these people, watching them tie it all together. And in any case, he was the keynote speaker, so we were really honored. And then the great Dr. Tori Hudson. If you know Tori Hudson, she's a naturopath from Portland. Yeah, she's fantastic. I think yes, you presented to all of you taught Nordic Naturals. I remember that, how to communicate.
Right.
When we had that big professional conference.
Yes,
I remember that.
I do. Yes, indeed. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
That was great. Everyone had their area of expertise, and so Dr. Tori Hudson was there, and this was wonderful, Doc. She was giving a talk right before I was the lunch entertainment. Okay, so CV Sciences sponsored the lunch, and I get to do my talk. And it was so flattering to have somebody of Dr. Tori Hudson's stature tell all of her colleagues, please stay for this lunch, listen to everything this company has to say. They are pioneering the future. They're doing the right thing for the right reason, for the right people. And so it was just wonderful to have that kind of endorsement. We have now so many doctors across the country recommending Plus CBD oil products to their patients that we just continue to grow in credibility and in our size in terms of our company.
So from what you can glean in your conversations with these various doctors, physicians who are in clinical practice, how or why are they using cannabidiol, CBD, in their day-to-day practice?
Okay. So we know that the area of sort of low-hanging fruit, if you will, would be nervous system health. And that's an area where I think most of us can use a fine-tuning now and again. So mood, anxiety, restorative sleep, circadian rhythm optimization, that's sort of the lowest-hanging fruit. Followed quickly, we're seeing now more and more, Doc, the cardiometabolic effect of CBD's insulin sensitizing. I'm talking about gut visceral adipose melting, not weight loss, belly loss, management of central obesity, adipokine, myokine profiles. So the effect of sleeping, because you're balancing the ECS, you're helping your mood, but you're increasing insulin sensitivity, burning more energy, more efficient thermogenesis and caloric partitioning. So the docs are very, very amazed at what they're seeing. That's stress resilience, recovery and adaptation, and then ultimately it all comes down to supporting the immune system, which CBD does in a very unique way. They use capsules very consistently, our 1 capsule a day, 25 milligrams of CBD. Some of the naturopaths are saying just take 1 capsule of the Plus CBD oil product every single day, and then that's sort of your dosage. Some people are taking a more conservative approach where they're using the spray, the tincture, and then they're slowly increasing the dose, titrating a little bit up every day, and both of those approaches are getting tremendous results.
So let me see if I understand. Are physicians using cannabidiol and the CV Sciences product to help people who are suffering from overweight or obesity?
Could you say that last part again, Doc?
Are physicians using cannabidiol to help people who are suffering from overweight or obesity?
No, it's the indirect byproduct of the balancing of the endocannabinoid system. I'm doing a lecture Saturday here in town with Dr. Mark Raby, who's an MD, who's an expert in cannabinoids. He says consistently all of his patients are losing belly fat. You saw our friend Chris DeRoma, who's the broker for CV Sciences down in Florida. Chris never looked better. You've known him for years.
Right.
He lost like 25 pounds centrally, and he looks like he's 10 years younger.
Here, I thought it was his girlfriend.
We love Chris. Chris, if you're listening, we love you. No, but so here's the thing. I don't like the weight loss conversation at all. It's ridiculous. Now, fat loss, gut visceral fat loss, increasing, sensitivity for, leptin and satiety and all those things we've talked about, adiponectin for all those years, because it's this crosstalk between the gut microbiota, the immune endocrine axis, and the endocannabinoid system sits on top.
So
the endocannabinoid system's on top.
So what seems to be happening then is that this compound seems to be helping with glucose and insulin management. If they're losing visceral fat, that's what that's telling me. If the fat around the viscera, that belly fat is melting off, coming off, then there has to be, and if there's no attempt to lose weight, they're not cutting calories or anything like that. They're just taking the compound. There must be it must be affecting then the glucose insulin system. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. It would have to be, right? I mean, it's.
Well, when we come back, I want to talk about the proposed mechanisms of action. We've got a handle on it. Let's do it when we come back.
Okay. So you can see that the terrain is beginning to expand with CBD and how it's being used in clinical work. And doctors are, catching on. And what doctors in clinical practice look for are not just the patients. They're looking for things that work, so that's how you get the patients. You understand? This is not hard. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. We're headed to the top of the hour. We'll be back. Stuart Tomc will be here for the rest of the show. We'll continue this conversation. And yes, you do have an endocannabinoid system. Nobody ever told you. They told you had a cardiovascular system, a digestive system, a respiratory system, central nervous system. But nobody told you had an endocannabinoid system. You do. We'll talk more about it. It's keeping you balanced.
statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016 Coast to Coast, including Hawaii, where my guest was recently visiting and giving a talk. And he gets around. Stuart Tomc is who I'm referring to. And we're talking about cannabidiol and the endocannabinoid system. Now, I dare say, everybody walking around knows they have a cardiovascular system. People have been educated about that. They know they have a digestive system. They know they have a central nervous system. This conversation about endocannabinoids and your endocannabinoid system, I mean, sure, in the literature, there have been scientists, researchers, experts talking about it, but it's not part of the everyday parlance of people and what they need to do to make sure that their endocannabinoid system is functioning properly and how it's connected to other systems and their health and whatnot. This conversation is relatively new. Even with the experts, I dare say it will become more prevalent as time goes on and we learn more. From what I can tell and from what I've been able to read, and there's a lot to read, I haven't read it all, that's for sure. But I was reporting on, for example, the new study by Gallup, where the Gallup survey shows a 3-point increase in the obesity epidemic, right? And it went from 25.5 up to 28%, 2.5% increase, whatever, in obesity. I said that was underestimated, and I reported some other statistics that I rely upon. I rely upon the NHANES data, the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey data. I use those data most of the time and look to studies that Cynthia Ogden and her colleagues do. And they have the obesity epidemic at a much higher rate. We got, over a third of the population, over a third is obese. Overweight and obese together, better than 2/3. Men by themselves, around 75%, women about 68% or so. It's out of control. It's bad news. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. We talked about this many times on the show. My point, where I want to go with this, is this. Recently, it's been found that the endocannabinoid system is central, integral, relative to the control of food intake and to mitigate and to target and a target to mitigate obesity. This was reported in a paper by Watkins and Kim last year, entitled "The Endocannabinoid System Directing Eating Behavior and Macronutrient Metabolism." Okay? You see where I'm headed with this. You have cannabinoid receptors, and I'll get Stuart to talk about this. You have cannabinoid receptors throughout your body and in large numbers in your brain. There are studies showing how this works. It turns out it's been discovered that the endocannabinoids were found to be biosynthesized, made from polyunsaturated fatty acids, omega-6 and omega-3. This is relative to Stuart because he used to work for Nordic Naturals and knows a lot about these polyunsaturated fatty acids. And they have been shown the potential of a dietary approach to modulate the activation, they said in this paper, of the cannabinoid receptors to diminish food intake and what they said was downstream events that reduce macronutrient metabolism directed toward fat accumulation. So my question is this, Stuart, welcome back. It seems that polyunsaturated fatty acids, omega-6, omega-3, are implicated with the endocannabinoids. Isn't that right?
Yes, and the gut microbiota and the immune endocrine axis and the ECS stands on top of all of it. But that connection, that fatty acid connection, you may recall you and I, back in, I think, 2011, when those first papers from Hee-Young Kim's laboratory out of the NIH were talking about hyperactive endocannabinoid food-seeking behavior from omega-6s. You and I were some of the first people to talk about that anywhere outside of the ivory tower. And this has been a well-kept secret. This is a well-kept secret, Doc, that the world's most efficient anti-obesity drug that was ever developed, called Acomplia or Rimonabant, targeted the endocannabinoid system. Because the endocannabinoid system, as Dr. Garko just explained, is responsible for much, but also including satiety and tolerance.
So here's what I'm getting at. Do you think that these cannabinoids, cannabidiol, for example, cannabidiol, CBD, do you think it would moderate eating behavior?
100%, and I will tell you why. The drug called Acomplia was the world's most effective anti-obesity drug, but it was so powerful it had side effects they needed to discontinue it. It was too early on. It targeted the endocannabinoid system. CBD, you take it on a regular basis, you increase your thermogenesis, your warmer, more efficient caloric utilization, partitioning. You sleep better. You're going to be more efficient at burning energy. Satiety tolerance is going to go up. You're going to lose gut visceral adipose tissue by balancing the endocannabinoid system. It's not a quick fix. Everyone I know that's been using this product, and I want people calling in, it's been several months now. If you've been using Plus CBD oil on a regular basis and you're wearing your skinny jeans, we need to hear from you, because the only way I'm ever going to talk about fat loss or weight loss is if it's in the context of wellness, just like Dr. Garko.
Yep. This is interesting, and this is a new arena. This hasn't really been new. When people are listening to the show and watching the show, what you're listening to and watching this conversation, I'm telling you, this is very early in the learning curve and in the education curve, trying to teach the general population as well as practitioners, doctors, about what this compound is and about the endocannabinoid system. In my anatomy and physiology class, they never had the word endocannabinoid, never came up. That's ridiculous.
In fact, Doc, I don't know if I mentioned this to you. We're selling CBD to a research program here at UCLA. They're buying it from us, and they're doing their own R&D and their own research. And the young man, Dr. Chen, he hasn't graduated yet, but I call him Dr. Chen. He's in his MBA and his MD program simultaneously. Here's an overachiever, right?
I don't think so. Yeah.
So I said to the guy, very cool guy, I said, hey, you're in school right now. You got a CBD research program at UCLA. Did anyone mention the endocannabinoid system
No,
to you?
they didn't.
He's 23 or 4 years old becoming a doctor. They haven't said anything.
They can't even spell endocannabinoid. What are you talking about?
So our audience, your audience, gets to be the proactive people that are on the cutting edge, that you get to follow this story in real time. It's magnificent. Where are you going to find an opportunity like this to study the most exciting part of human physiology, and no one ever knew about it, and you can participate in real time?
What year did they discover
Formally, 1992
Okay.
was the second CB2 receptor. 1992.
It was always there. It was like your car keys.
They were always there.
They were always there. You just forgot where they were. 87. Like my mother used to say, Mom, where is that? Where you left it. The endocannabinoid system has been there the whole time, and we missed it. Unbelievable. Right in front of us.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes. Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Can you spell endocannabinoid? Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. CBD, cannabidiol, endocannabinoid system. You got one. They quote, I put this in quotes, discovered. They didn't, like Columbus discovered America. No, it didn't discover. What discover? It was always here. You found it. I guess that means discovered. I don't know. You didn't invent it. They didn't invent when they discovered it. They didn't invent it. It was always there in our body. In 1992, whenever they said, oh, what are these receptors? Yes, we're talking about the endocannabinoid system, cannabidiol. It's pretty exciting stuff. The conversation is relatively new. I tried to get some product from Stuart, and they didn't have any. They ran out. What the hell is that? Stuart?
Well,
you ran out. Yeah. You sold all the product?
Yeah, it's been quite fascinating to watch. You know, you can't really predict as some new market is evolving how quickly it's going to take root. But there's this insinuation out in the interweb somewhere that some pharmaceutical company discovered these cannabinoids, and they're going to try to control the entire market.
What do they mean by that when they say they discovered it, this company? We won't mention the name because we don't want to get sued. What do you mean? What do they mean when they say they discovered it?
Well, there's this policy, if you will, that if a drug company finds a compound in nature and they get what's called an investigational new drug application out there, and they make a little press release, they find some bizarre thing in the corner of the rainforest, then if they've done that, then forever and always, even if the botanical compound meets the definition of a dietary supplement, if Big Pharma gets to it first, you can never have it as a dietary supplement. Did you know that?
Didn't know. That's crazy.
Oh no, it is crazy. And I'm finally the guy with the company to stand up and call stupid what stupid is. This is the first domesticated plant. It's been used for 10,000 years.
That's what I'm saying. Hemp's been around since time immemorial. What discover? What are they talking about?
Well, here's the thing. I've had a full-on relapse as a recovered conspiracy theorist, okay? And these animals, and that's what they are, if they could control water because they found the cure for dehydration, we all know that these criminals would do it, okay? And what I want you to do is go to your local independent health food store, and every bottle of Plus CBD oil you buy right now gives us more firepower to walk straight up to the man and say to him, this is where it stops.
Well,
so if you want to keep this plant free, you better buy CBD.
It's unbelievable. Hemp.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's okay. Chris in Tampa, Florida. Chris, how are you, Chris?
Well, I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. You had a little testimonial.
Okay, here's my, excuse me, I was sick last night, but that's the end. Okay, here's my parameters of my life. I work 2 jobs. Both jobs are active. Nothing strenuous. I don't walk 10,000 steps a day, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not sedentary, you know?
Uh-huh.
But I don't exercise as much as I should. So when you start having this gentleman on about the CBD oil, I went to Vitamin Shop and I bought the $30 bottle. Couldn't afford the expensive one. But so I've been taking it for about a month and a half. And I was a 14, 16, and then I went to a 10, a 12, then I went to a 10, now I'm in an 8. I haven't changed the way I eat, which I really, to tell you the truth, I don't eat that much because I don't have any appetite. So, not that I was eating that much before, but
it seems to have contributed to some weight
rid
loss.
of more of my belly fat because my that visceral fat, whatever you call
It's a visceral fat, yes.
Yeah, it wouldn't budge, but I mean, I'm not saying it's all gone, but it helps me sleep better. And like last night, I couldn't sleep, but because I had a putrid sore throat, so I started taking coconut oil. Extra virgin. Every half hour, I took a tablespoon for about 3 hours, and then I took a CBD oil, and I finally got to sleep.
Okay. Well, see, and that's what's floating around out there. People are using it, and these kind of anecdotal stories mean a lot. I know it's not a double-blind, placebo, randomized, controlled trial, but nevertheless, it's a person's experience.
I my 14s and 16s. You can't. I want my CBD oil.
That's your randomized. That's your randomized trial. I'm in a size 8 dress. That's all I care about.
That's right, baby.
Chris, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Continue the use and keep us updated. Thank you. Donald, Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, and I know nobody's out there with suntan oil on today.
No, sir. A little bit cloudy and cool and windy.
How you doing, Donald?
I'm doing great. But I had a question going back to Tuesday's program. I believe you had a person on from Nubian Heritage or something.
Oh, yes.
And they claim that they do not use propylene glycol. My question is, I've been finding it in deodorant, toothpaste, ice cream, and a lot of baked goods.
I know.
And I was just wondering if you had any extra thoughts on that, whether a person should be using it or...
Okay, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about propylene glycol. These chemicals, I was listening to a lecture by a chemistry professor at MIT. He was making the argument about chemistry and why chemistry is so important. And he was going on and on about everything is about chemistry. And he got to some point, and he said, chemistry is everything. All other matters are like stamp collection. It is about chemistry, and these chemicals have consequences. I'll explain.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016, coast to coast, including Hawaii. My guest is Stuart Tomc, Vice President of Human Nutrition at CV Sciences. I'm talking with Donald in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. So, Donald, propylene glycol, he asked a question about propylene glycol. It's everywhere. He's right. It's found in many industrial products, commercial products, including antifreeze, liquid laundry detergent solvents, paint. You'll find it added to human food, pet foods. It's found in pharmaceuticals, tobacco processing. They use propylene glycol. Some side effects are irritation and sensitivity to the eyes, to the skin, to the mucous membranes, for example. It's a very prevalent chemical. It's an alcohol-based formula. And they combines with cosmetics and toiletries to make these products retain moisture so that they can be applied easier, and it gives a prolonged shelf life. So that's just the side effects include redness, tearing, burning, itching, conjunctivitis relative to your eyes, but affects the mucous membranes. That's why companies now, Donald, are trying to get it out of their products, especially in the natural products industry. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes these chemicals, I mean, they're designed to do one thing, like pharmaceuticals, and then end up with certain side effects. And
correct.
Yeah, and you just got to be aware and educate. And I'm glad you brought it up because it's worth mentioning. How long have you been listening to the show in Wisconsin now?
Well, ever since you've been on.
Well, thank you.
We go back to either Duke and the Doctor.
All the way back then, yeah. They're nice. They were nice people. I liked them.
We enjoy the program and find it very worthwhile, yes.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that you do. We try to make it that way, and I need that reinforcement to hear it from you. So appreciate it very much, and stay away from the propylene glycol, Donald. Take care of yourself. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Chris, welcome to the show. Hi, Chris.
Hey.
How are you, man?
How you doing?
You wanted to talk about CBD.
Yes. I always speak with you in the gym, so I figured I'd call in.
Yeah, you're Stuart. This is my pal at the gym who had the car accident and had the brain injury, and I've been talking to him about the CBD and been trying to encourage him to consider it, to do some research, read about it. And so this is the young man that I was telling you about, Stuart.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
Go ahead, Chris.
All right. So, I talked to doctor about my symptoms, and man, sometimes I have these headaches that just leave me. The pain that I have, it lasts all day. Now I have a headache every day. I have a headache right now. Now, to what degree depends on how long I'll be able to have my day, or sometimes they'll wipe me out and I won't even be able to have much of a day. I'll end up being in bed with headaches all day. And I've tried just about everything there is, and
nothing has helped to moderate those headaches. Let me ask Stuart this question: when you've talked to Dr. Lewis and these other physicians from around the world, when you meet them at conferences and at your talks, do they talk about headaches and CBD?
Yes. In fact, Dr. John Hicks, Hicks, in his brand new book, also talks about it, and there's several papers. There's several good papers on PubMed.gov talking about cannabinoids, CBD in particular, migraines, cluster migraines, headaches, and we're using it for pain that post-traumatic, that post-concussion syndrome patients are still dealing with. So yes, doctor, this is an area where I think we're going to get good results.
Do you think Stuart, based on your knowledge of the compound, how it behaves, when a person is suffering from headaches from a traumatic brain injury, is it better to use the paste, or can they get the same effect with the pills?
No, when you're dealing with that sort of situation, you need the concentrated material just to get the milligram amount of CBD that may be necessary into you in a short period of time. So I would say the gold product, the Plus CBD Oil Gold, it's in a little tiny box, and it's like a paste, and you just follow the directions. I would say 1/4 of the gram. You take 1/4 of the gram when you have one of those headaches. My wife uses it for migraines and headaches. She suffers with that on a regular basis. It's the only thing that gives her relief, and we know that the product is safe. We know that it is effective for the people that respond to it. The thing with cannabinoids is you won't know whether or not you're a responder until you use the product. Very much like SSRIs, right, with medical doctors. We don't know until the patient's on the drug.
And what you do, Chris, like in Starbucks they have those wooden stir sticks. You can use those, and you scoop out like a 1/2 gram onto the stick, and I always put it under my tongue and let it sit there, and then drink some water. And that's,
you'll know as a headache sufferer, you're going to know in about 30. You'll know in the first day whether or not it does anything to you. You're a perfect candidate.
And then you might increase the dosage to see if you get an effect. It's worth a try. I know. As time goes on, will the price go down on the products?
Well, we already are 50% less than most of what's in the marketplace. I've seen some products 3 times as pricey. So we will continue to drive downward pressure as we grow more hemp. And the rate limiting factor is simply that. So as that happens and that opens up, Doc, I see those little grams being $9.99 in about 3 or 4 years instead of whatever they are, $30. But the price has definitely been coming down in the 2 years I've been doing this, and that's a good sign.
So when Chris goes to the health store, on the labeling now, does it say CV Sciences, or does it say...
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. The brand is still going to remain Plus CBD Oil.
Plus CBD Oil.
The parent company is CV Sciences, but this will be Plus CBD Oil. And then we'll have our other brands coming out, too. We've got some other exciting new products we'll be rolling out.
Okay. I think we lost Chris. But that was the young man, and his injury, I mean, the scar is, boy, I'll tell you.
Let's try it. Let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to him about it in the gym. I walked up to him, and we started talking couple, 3 months or so back, and I was telling him about it, and I said, you might be a good candidate for this. You need to do your research. I always tell people, before you try anything, go learn, go read, listen to my shows, go back and listen to the archive shows or watch the archive shows. Read. I never tell them to just go out and rush out and go get it. Educate yourself, get informed, learn about it, ease into it, and then, that's how you do it. I mean, you got to be responsible about all this. We'll go to Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Another favorite spot of the show. We do well up in that arena. Mary's there. We'll talk to her and migraines.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Cannavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Boy, the time flew today. Earlier I was reporting on a new Gallup survey, and they were trying to get a fix on the current prevalence of obesity in America. Okay. What did they report as for adults? What is the current prevalence of obesity? What percentage of the population is obese, just obese, not overweight and obese, but just obese, according to the new survey. 8%, 18%, or 28%. What percent of the population, adult population in the United States, is obese? 8%, 18%, or 28%? 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. No matter how high they report it to be, I still think it's an underestimate, and I go with the NHANES data, National Health, Nutrition, and Examination Survey data by the government, the studies that they do, and they have it at a much higher rate, relatively speaking. Let's go to Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Mary, you had a question about migraines.
Yeah, I have two questions. While I'm waiting, I have a second question pop to my head. Is it okay to ask?
Go ahead.
All right. First question is about the CBD supplement for migraine headache.
Yeah.
His wife using it?
Yes.
Is it for migraine headache with aura? Second, does she use it on a regular basis, or should she
situation,
use it
or does she
when
just
the
use?
headache started?
I see.
Don't use it when there's no headache, something like that.
Okay. Does she? In other words, does she have migraines with aura, and does she use the CBD situationally, or does she use it all the time? Stuart, talking about your wife.
Right, I know. I can't answer the aura question because I do not know the answer to that. I'm not an expert in that area. I know that my wife complains of these migraines, and her doctor has given her things, and nothing has worked, and she only takes the CBD when she needs to, when she feels the headache coming on, and she can take it early in the day when she has a horrible headache and be free of it for most of the day. Sometimes she needs an additional dose because this is subjective. We can't say X number of milligrams. Randomized controlled trials have just started. So you need to find your own dose, and she uses it as need be, and it's highly effective.
Okay, that means her migraine do not have aura part, right?
He doesn't. He doesn't know if they have. He doesn't know if her particular migraines have that feature. He doesn't know.
Okay. All right. The second question is maybe for you, Dr. Gago. Is there any way to contact Dr. the ophthalmologist? He showed up in your show a few days ago, Dr. Jeffrey Ashaw.
Dr. Jeffrey Anschel,
by
yes. Dr.
internet
Jeffrey
to
Anschel.
ask more questions because my mother wanted me to ask him question about her eyes. I said he's not in the show anymore, but I do not want to say no to my mother because there might be another way to contact him.
Who was on it?
Dr. Jeffrey Anschel. Remember the eye doctor?
Yeah, he was. That was a while back. That was like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Well, why don't we get her contact information, and then we can send Dr. Anschel's contact information to her. Let's have someone in the studio grab her information.
Well, Steve will get the contact. Do you have an email? Do you have
my husband has. I don't.
Okay, so when you hang up with me, give Stephen your email address, and Stephen will give the email address to Stuart.
And I'll connect you with Dr. Anschel.
Okay.
How can we pay for that?
No, you'll just work that out with the doctor. You just
talk.
Make an appointment with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Steve means Mr. Armstrong, right?
Yeah, Steve Armstrong.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Chris, welcome to the show. So what does the Gallup survey show the current prevalence of obesity among adults in the United States to be? 8%, 18%, or 28%?
28%.
Yeah, it's 20. They say 28%. They're a little soft on that number.
They're rockers.
Yeah, it's more than that. It's better than a third. It's like 33.56 something percent. It's better than a third. I mean, it's a few point. It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. That's a big difference.
So that means 33 people out of 100 are fat?
That's right. No, that means 1 in 3. Same thing. 1 in 3, 33 out of 100 are obese. When you combine people who are overweight and obese, it's over 68%.
Wow.
Think about that. Think about that. When you break it down by gender.
I don't have to think about it. I watch people at my job. They're obese.
Yeah, well, think about it in terms of gender. Men, as a group, 75% are overweight and obese. Women, about 68%. 8% are overweight and obese. When you combine them, it gets down to like 66 point some percent. That's a lot of people. When you think about, there's over 300 million people in the country, 305, 310, somewhere in there. If you went and sat on a bench at Disney World, Disneyland, just sat there, 1 out of 3 people walking by, if it's a random sample, would be obese, and then 2 out of 3 would be overweight or obese.
Yeah.
And if you look at the food that they're serving there, you could figure out why. But congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card, Chris.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So we had some calls here today, Mr. Tomc. I'm going to read something to you. Let's see if I can find it. And I want to get your reaction to this. I'm quoting. Socially, the administration of cannabinoids clearly alters human behavior, often promoting sharing, humor, and creativity. By mediating neurogenesis, neuroplasticity, and learning, cannabinoids may directly influence a person's open-mindedness and ability to move beyond limiting patterns of thought and behavior from past situations, close quote. What do you make of that?
It can help you let go and forget information that you've remembered that's probably harmful and most likely inaccurate.
Boy, I need some of that. Can you give me a carload?
Especially if you're dropping 3, 4, 5 dress sizes like that. Come on.
Yeah, not me. I don't wear dresses. You talking about the lady from before.
It's fun today.
It is fun. Well, we missed you. We're glad that you're back on. And congratulations, you all ran out of product.
We got it fixed. We have even more expanded contract manufacturing. We got it all figured out, but it was really exciting.
That's great. No, that's a good problem to have.
Right thing for the right reason for the right people.
Absolutely. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. My guest was Stuart Tomc with CV Sciences. Hope you enjoyed the show. I certainly did. I hope you did. Your health is your wealth.